The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.
Are you ready for the next speaker? Come on, people of Edo State, are you ready for the next speaker? Shine the light. Shine the light. Shine the light. Come on, let's do it one more time. Shine the light. Shine the light. Shine the light. That's more like it. All right, so without further ado, I'd like for us to play the citation of the next speaker as we get ready for him. DJ, are you? DJ, wait. DJ, wait. DJ, there's something about your balance that you don't want. You are joking with your balance, I mean. Have you reduced the volume now? Okay, start again.
Osayi Omokaro is a highly decorated management consultant and wealth educator, serving as the principal consultant at Caro Systems and Solutions, as the CPD accredited management consultant and a fellow in the Institute of Management Consultants. He possesses a sophisticated understanding of organizational growth, business incubation, and strategic acceleration, with a professional foundation that includes an MBA and certification as a business development service provider. Osayi has dedicated his career to empowering entrepreneurs and professionals through data-driven financial literacy and personal finance coaching. He is also a sought-after corporate trader and a facilitator, recognized for his ability to simplify complex wealth-building principles and business startup strategies for diverse audiences. An alumnus of Benin University, his work is deeply rooted in value-based leadership and the belief that financial empowerment is a cornerstone of society stability. Ladies and gentlemen, let us make welcome Osayi Omokaro.
Thank you very much. First, I want to stand on all existing protocol. Like you already hear, my name is Osayi Omokaro, and for the few time I'll have to be sharing with us, I'll be focusing on getting digital now. And possibly as I share, we're going to see the reason why this has become not just something that is necessary, but it's something that we must do. Otherwise, we're going to lose our children in the shortest possible time. Because the truth is, if you give a brand new phone to a child of 2 years today, the child will navigate everything about the phone without any guidance. And research has it that children of today get born with some knowledge loaded into them. As we further such research, we'll find out how those things happen. It's going to be a dilemma if you that is expected to raise these children. First, you must appreciate the fact that these children are not yours. They are the children of God, entrusted into your hands to nurture on behalf of God. The first thing you must understand is that God does not have grandchildren. God is your father. God is their father. So possibly, you most likely will not really be older than them in spirit. But because there is orderliness, one person must go ahead, understand the terrain, marry another person, download another person from heaven, nurture such a person, pass out, that person get married, download another self. We are all created in the image and the likeness of God. And since God has not created another, He only just put a process in place to keep pulling them in. So today we're going to see how we can work together. Please, the next slide. I said teach like a parent and parent like a teacher. Because the truth is, next slide please. Okay, because if you don't do that, some of us are parents. How many parents do we have here?
You are not a parent because you have a child. There are young people who are praying and are aspiring to just be like you. You are parenting them without you knowing. I told one of my lecturers in class, I said, I began to wear short sleeve shirts because I was admiring him. At this age, I'm talking about last year, I have a lot of short sleeve shirts, but when I want to go out, I'd rather wear the long sleeve. But I saw a lecturer who would come to class every day with a short sleeve, corporate needs and all of that. I began to wear short sleeve shirts. He didn't tell me to. I observed him. I liked it, and I began. So a lot of young people are observing you, and they are following your footsteps. So what's the question? Children today live in two classrooms. But a lot of us parents are more concerned about the fact that we send them to school. We forgot there's another school that's even more potent. Research has it that the technology that was being developed to create the social media and all of that were inculcated with things that will indoctrinate, that make people so attached that they eventually feel like they are losing, they are not there. When you wake up in the morning, be frank to yourself. Which do you open in your phone first? Your Bible or your WhatsApp? Did anybody tell you to open WhatsApp? Let me just see if before I slept or since I slept till now, whether there's a new message. Is indoctrinating. So your children live in a classroom, a structured learning environment with curriculum and face-to-face interaction. But there's a digital classroom that they go by themselves. You found them there. You provide the gadgets, you provide the digital infrastructure, the internet, and all of that to go there. But you are not conscious of what's happening there. So the real question is, who is teaching them in the digital classroom? My young boy is 11 years. All of a sudden, I saw him doing exercise. And my wife came to tell me that he said he wants to build 6-pack. That's not the funny part. When my wife asked him why, he said, so that when I pull my shirt, all those girls will just see me and just fall. 11 years. Which girl is seeing you? So, if your children have those conversations, if they are not bold enough to share it with you, something's already wrong. Because the one that shares their own have the opportunity to be guided. You see? Because truth, you see everybody exercising, you think they're exercising for health. People have different reasons. You see it? So in that digital room, someone is teaching them. Are you allowing the guys wearing bling to teach them? The thing is, I realized something. When you do nothing, the good things you desire in your life will not happen without you taking actions. But the unfortunate thing, the bad things you don't desire, if you do nothing, they will still happen. So you have to be intentional for the positive things to happen. If you do nothing, negative things will happen by themselves. So when you are not doing something, you will say, but what did I do wrong? No, you didn't do anything wrong. The fact that you did not act is what you did wrong. The fact that you did not do what you were supposed to do, that is what you did wrong. Because your children are already learning. I must appreciate you for your vulnerability. And when she was talking, I said, how I wish the father can just hear this. But I will tell you something. Someone the courage. Share that thought with him. You are not hurting him, you are helping him. You are not hurting him. I raised a family where my children can sit me down and trash me. Yes. My children will finish our morning devotion like this, and everybody will face me. My daughter said, I don't want to marry a man like my father. You see, why not you shout too much? You can't tell your dad that, but you feel so. Let me tell you something. Your dad can no longer beat you. Hope you know. He can't. So walk up to him. Daddy, I'm grown up. You have battered me. I'm trying to get myself healed. Some of the words you used to you share with me is breaking me, it's making me feel less than myself. We must raise children that should be able to talk to us like this. If your children cannot talk to you like this, you are sending them outside. They will talk to somebody who will embrace them and tell them all of these good things. Before you know it, that person takes your place in their life. Then you start to pray to the same God that you refuse to listen to. You did not realize that these children were the children of God. You were battering their emotions. I was talking with her when she was saying, when we were doing that conversation, that the difference, nothing stops you from raising your children the way you were raised. You can take part of those strategies, implement it today, but the major difference is that your children must know why you do everything you do. If you yourself don't understand why you do it, don't do it. My children asked me one day, but you say you love us, so why are you disciplining us? I took them to the Bible. He whom the Lord loves, he chastises. That discipline is an expression of love. Otherwise, they will read their meanings to it. So for me, I believe that parents need to get more educated about parenting, not just shouting. You shout for your child, leave them. You seize his phone, you see. A time will come, he can afford the phone. He can buy the car. So what do you then use? So next slide, please. The reality of today is that today's children are growing up in a digital-first environment. You grow up in an environment, after a while you began to introduce digital. They are what? They meet the digital. How do they get the phones? You and your husband needed your peace. You gave them the phone and put the cartoon. So they will be engaged while you can go and love yourself. Now, you want to take the phone. They said, no way. Because in that digital environment, learning, relationship, influence are happening online. If your children have unrestricted access to internet, you deserve. In fact, I can begin to see that some countries now are restricting the usage of social media. I studied journalism. I understand what it means to shape the mind of a people through the media. And now, the unfortunate thing, everybody is a media practitioner without background training. So you can imagine, because as you're growing up, there's a tendency to believe that everything that is printed is true. So people will argue, I saw it on Google. Have you taken time to understand what is called media literacy? If you don't, how do you train it to your children? Because the truth is, 2-3 people sat down in their room and said, it's a polar matter. Let's just create content. And said, everybody should go and use salt water to read. 2-3 people, they posted it, the other one shared it, the other one shared it. My mom called me, Osayi, you are my son. I know you will argue. You will tell me I don't have proof. Please, just do it for my sake. I say, I will not. You see, but where did this start? Nobody can. So fake news today is dangerous. So the problem is that many adults are confused about technology and its impact. They are afraid of digital risk and dangers, they are disconnected from the children's online lives. Because some of you tell yourself, this digital thing, I'm not a digital person. No, you don't have an option in this generation. You have lesson teachers that are teaching your children. You have Bible teacher that is teaching them. You have Quran teacher that is teaching them. Who is engaging them virtually? If you can't do it yourself, get mentors and coaches who will guide them. You cannot now have time. You say, I don't have time, yet I don't want to pay somebody else to do it. Then you are exposing your children. Because truth is, there are mentors, there are coaches. Some of them will be speaking to us today. Their work is to work with teenagers. When I wanted to begin to teach about financial literacy to children, one of the models I used was what I call the financial parenting academy. Because I know that no matter what I teach the children, when they get back home, their parents will knock it off their head. Because you teach a child about assets and liability, you teach a child about savings and investment. The child gets back home, the child is watching the parents. No budgeting, they are always spending, The child will hear and want to do, but will get back home and do what is done in his or her house. So I decided to work with parents. Parents embraced it, they jumped into the community and all of that. But when we began to give them assignments that they are supposed to be doing with their children, they started backing out. I'm not sure there is any parent that don't want to raise financially literate, wealthy children. Children who will not love money or lack money. Every parent wants such children, but are you ready to pay the price to raising those children? How financially literate are you? If you are not, why not begin to equip yourself? Because we're talking about digital literacy. Unfortunately, your children are in an environment where digital literacy is natural to them, but it's not to you. Don't you think you need to begin to take classes and begin to connect and find a way to help them? There is competency gap. Adults lack the digital literacy to guide effectively. There's protection gap. Children face risk and proper safeguard. Then adults struggle to connect with the digital native children. You see your children becoming very sporadic in their thinking because they are playing games. The game is building their mind. They are thinking fast. Your children ask you questions. You say, shut up, then why? Because we don't know the answer. Did they beg you to be born? Truth is, parenting is an 18 years assignment. 18 years assignment. If you can't get it right in 18 years, what you do after 18 years is trying to bend a dried fish. And the possibility is that you will then begin to have frictions with your children. How do you begin to think in the way that your children are thinking? Next slide, please. This is the core idea: empathy, patience, and digital safety. That's the heart of the parents. The teacher, structured knowledge, and intellectual growth. Children need two kinds of educators working in harmony. When this combine, the child receives guidance, structure, emotional safety, and intellectual growth. Children need both their teachers and their parents. Don't abandon your children to your teacher and expect them to become great. Some of us are looking for money. The husband goes to work in the morning, the wife goes to work in the morning. The nanny, who is a stark illiterate, is raising your children. And they will use their strategies to get the children to align. Somebody say, you and your wife you go for trainings abroad, you come back and all of that. Then the knowledge you have acquired, you are expecting your nanny to have the knowledge to use it to raise your children. After you come back from the training, you go to, then you ask, you should have known this now. Your nanny did not go for the training. It's you that went. And none of you will fully take your nanny and send her to a parenting class. You know why? She's not a parent, but she's parenting your children. You say, if I train a man, you go come out. You not train am, you stay, you raising your children. And you are speaking Queen's English, your children are speaking nine. Why? Because that's what the nanny is speaking. So don't abandon your children to your teachers. And teachers here, please. I know it's not a very easy thing. I'm currently studying education. And I told them in my class, I'm studying education because of this work that I'm doing. I don't need a certificate for promotion, so lecturer, not a shout for me. I can carry my bag and walk away. All my lecturers talk to me like colleagues. I don't need to go and submit a certificate in one workplace for them to promote me. I'm doing it because I am teaching. I know there are philosophies for teaching, the psychology of education. I want to know them, so I'm doing it from part of another second reason that I'm motivated is that my first daughter says she wants to be a teacher. And when she says it in the presence of adults, they'll say, keep quiet. Teacher's reward is in heaven. I said, who is our daddy? I'm a teacher. I actually began to teach when I answered this question. If every job on earth pays the same salary, what would you rather be doing? If every job pays the same salary, you'll find out that most of you are doing things you would have loved to do. When I answered that question, I was working in the bank. And I told myself, I would have rather been teaching. Then I began to analyze, who should I teach? I know that for me to teach children, I need to go back to school for some level of emotional intelligence and patience. And I don't go below basic thinking. So I drilled it down to teaching business owners. So I am still a teacher. So I said, if I'm going to guide my daughter, but I think that you want to be a teacher, please pursue it with all vigor. My responsibility as your parent is that anything you want to do, I will take it, press and shake it together, I'll expand it. I say, you have my support to the highest level. Finish your secondary, enter the university, do educational management, come back and I'll give you the key to your school to manage. Every teacher must not go to primary 2, primary 3 and B. It's the mindset that you bring to every field. And as a teacher, you have the best job on earth. The best job ever. You see it like that. Because if you see it, you will know that you are raising people who want to become president, who want to become governors, who will be the technocrats, who will be the great people in society. If you teach them like you are teaching your children, you will see that your disposition towards them will be different. And for you that is a parent, if you parent your children like a teacher, knowing that they are observing what you say and what you do, and they will most likely do more of what you do than what you say. That knowledge in itself will guide how you comport yourself. It will guide how you comport yourself. Next slide. So teach like a parent. Teacher must bring better qualities into learning to create a nurturing educational environment. Students don't learn from the teachers they don't like. And I think one of the things that the educational system should begin to do is to allow teachers to teach, get somebody else to come and examine the children, do what we call exam. The more of them that fail, the less promotion you get as a teacher. If we flip that, our teachers will think differently. Because your work is to teach them to know so they can do with or without you. A teacher will be happy that in my course nobody gets the thing you taught me. I applied it. This is the benefit I got. Because if I'm doing this for multiple years and I don't have proof that what I'm teaching is working, I'll be foolish. So go and practice. Then show patience. As a teacher, show patience. Give children time to learn, make mistake. Let them make mistakes without you judging them. Some of these things I'm teaching you are not perfect in them. I have used words for people who came back crying. Say, I love your heart. But the kind of words you use sometimes. So I've been there, I understand what I'm saying. I'm not telling you because I remember asking a colleague in the bank. I said, if I have my way, I'll ask you to refund the school fee that your parents paid because you wasted their money. So when I was going to leave the branch, everybody was giving me feedback. The lady said, I enjoy working with Osayi, but Osayi can tell you words that will make you think like, so I know I was there. This was before 2012. So we all get to become intentional. Understand the emotional need. If this lady's father understand the emotional need, but you know that in all sincerity, the father is doing the best he can. And he thinks that he's pushing the girl to be her best. The best he knows, yes. No, the best he can never improve what he knows more. What you know is how best you can do. If you want to do more, you must know more. At his current capacity, he's a prof. I'm not sure he has the courage to shout on people in class like that. A student told a lecturer one day in class, they caught him with expo in the exam. They said, come back here, come back here. He sat and was looking at him. The lecturer walked up to him. He said, we will settle him outside. You think they are shouting for undergraduate, not be postgraduate student. His father is a prof. He raises other prof. He cannot shout. There are people he can shout. The guy said, we will send him outside. Now, me pay my school fees. I know they do again, but me and he said, this lecturer began to ask himself, will this work? Who sent me? In less than 5 minutes, they brought another lecturer. He came, they shouted, they took him outside, they gave him another paper. He went to continue his lesson. That's it. See, even the parents, I have an uncle then who will come to my father's house. He will hold my hand. He will take me past like 5-6 houses. He will now send me back home to go and bring present iron for him. He was just abusing us, but a time came. I don't know what happened between them and my father. He was raising his voice to my father. Then my energy rose. And I looked at him to the face. I said, oh, bros, no human being on earth can insult my father in my presence. Me and you will die here now. If you open your mouth and say what again about my father, the same uncle I used to be afraid of, he kept quiet. So the children are raising today, they won't even get to 15 years before they knock you in the face and tell you some of these things. Because they can make you money online. You are oppressing your child because you are paying her school fees. What if your son tells you that the school fees is due, but I paid it? So we need to reevaluate some of the punishments and all this that we are using. He will tell you that my school fees is due, I paid it. I just sent some money to mommy. I know if I give you now, you start asking me questions. I just sent like 300,000 to mommy. Your own work is to ensure that they make the money legitimately. That's it. Because there are legitimate means of making money online. It's only foolish people that do Yahoo. You can make good money and still not be afraid of police. I was driving one day, policeman stopped me. I saw Yahoo boys. I said, sorry, sir, I cannot park here. He said, well, I said, you can't park me among these people. I did not come down. If you want to check my vehicle, let's move forward. I'll give you my papers. He said, they go, this over Sabi, and so nothing they do. Because if I come down there in less than 5 minutes, people will be calling my number. I will say, I just try to pass you. Also, they never rob you among these people. Because I know what I'm doing. I know my stand. My number one priority is to make sure my papers are okay. So that when me and police meet, we know the gist. We know the fight, we know the quarrel. If you check my children used to tell me that they are begging. Give me my money before you go dash police. I cashed to his money. You know why? You know why? I heard a message that said criminality is a combination of anger, hunger, and corn. These three things are they in the majority of our bodies. Apart from the madam where you say they enter high ranking. Those lower one, they are hungry, they are angry, and they have license to a gun. And they are able to comport themselves and not use it for wrong thing. You should dash them money. Yes, but there's a way I reason. I am a father with 3 children. I'm driving home to go and enjoy my wife and my children. Another person who is a father with the same number of children is on the streets, protecting and making sure I'm happy. What is 500 naira that I cannot dash me? There was a day I parked, thank you, I parked at Kada Plaza roundabout. I called one of those people selling bottles of water. Then water used to give 500 naira. I gave him 500. I said, go and give all of them. As he was sharing for them, they were looking at me, they were surprised. I drove up. Every one of us need to begin to do that. Because the economic hit we are talking about is hitting everybody. So if God has blessed you, let it spread. The truth is, God will bless you more. If you are not a reservoir, then you are a channel. If you are a channel, God blesses you more. So we must protect beyond academics. Care about their overall well-being, not just scores. This goes for parents and teachers. Your child comes back from school, the score is not matching up. You should begin to think. It should cause you to inquire. If I call any of my children here now, if any of them was with me, I'll ask you 10 over 10 equals, they'll tell you, Kada Plaza. If you get 10 over 10, we are going straight to Kada Plaza to go and buy you ice cream or buy you anything you want. So when you don't get it, you know that you have lost. So you aspire to get it. So I encourage the performers. Because if they are not performing well, what you should look at is what is happening at home. What is distracting them? If you are doing your part, an average child of this generation is intelligent. An average child of this generation is intelligent, almost naturally. You just need to give them that guide. And you must stay interested. Be genuinely curious about their lives, their interests, and their online experiences. Everywhere I go to teach, I'm super proud of my first daughter. She's 14, and she'll be completing 16 this March 16th. I've never seen a young child that is as disciplined as her. She authored her first book and we published the book on her 15th year birthday. What did she write in the book? She was coming out tops in her school consecutively for like 3 consecutive sessions. And she put together strategies that she used to read. She calls it read and do. You know, she has time for everything. She has time for everything. My wife is using a Samsung. I bought her iPhone 11. I bought my daughter iPhone 11. I'm not afraid of what she will do with it. She finished the entire Bible at age 14. No, a little after 15. She finished the entire New Testament at age 13. And finished the entire Bible about 4 months after her 15th year birthday. I call her Genius Karen. I started to call her that name as a child because I understand that words creates. How did God create the word in Genesis? And God said, and God said, and God said. At the end, and God saw. What you are seeing in your house today is what your words are creating. You raised a daughter to be a lawyer who can stand and defend other people as a lawyer. What you are still telling her is the meaning. A lot of the orientation that I need to have. Next slide, please. Parents teach life. Okay. Parents, okay, then we talk about teaching like a parent. Now, parent like a teacher. You must set learning routines. Learning routines. One of the things that will constantly guarantee the outcome is when you have routines. Discipline is good. Before people get discipline and begin to operate automatically, create routines. Get your children to have their routine. If you see my daughter's journal, gratitude journal, I teach some of these things. I'm not as disciplined as she is in implementing. She has told me now she wants to school abroad. I said, me, I'm not going to change naira to dollar to pay school fees. You do the best you can. I will source for the scholarship for you. She said, I don't like maths. I don't like social sciences. I said, madam, calm down. You can choose what you like after you are 18. Once you are in my house, I will assess what you like and I will influence it. I said, you are 16 years now writing SSC, JAM, and NECO. Write science subjects. I now connected that with one of my boys in the US. That guy had scholarships up to PhD level. I connected it. I said, please, my daughter is interested in this post scholarship matter. I need you to mentor her. I said, I will do that gladly. So I connected both of them. That was told that you need to go and do SATs and some other exams. They say you need to do well in mathematics and English. We were doing morning devotion one morning. I saw her crying. My wife met her, calmed that down. When we were done, and I asked my wife, what's happening? He said, mathematics. Mathematics. You see what I was telling you? The world is full of social sciences. They're too plenty. They're too plenty. Let me tell you something. See, I am, when I'm sharing my truth, so I am not trying to be politically correct. I studied mass communication. I studied banking and finance. There are mass communicators that are jobless. There are banking and finance graduates that are jobless. How many medical doctors do you know that doesn't have a job? They're not even rich. The other subjects have fewer people doing it and the jobs are everywhere. So don't allow your children run around what everybody's running around. They will join the Dubai markets and it is giving the Dubai market struggle. Focus on the things others are running away from. I said, my work is to pay for the person to teach you mathematics. I got somebody who is teaching and she's doing well in the mathematics, physics, and chemistry. And I told them, your first work is not to teach her mathematics, teach her to love it. Once she loves it, she can take it off from there. So this parenting thing, God may ask you plenty questions. Your work is not to give them food and provide roof. So set learning routines, monitor their digital exposure. Monitor their digital exposure, ask questions. Engage in conversations about what they consume online. My boy will say, Daddy, please give me your phone. I say, what's the time? 8 o'clock, you return it by 8:30. I say, okay, sir. If you break that 8:30 before you go see the phone again, you reach 1 week. So stay critical. Teach critical thinking. Teach critical thinking. A lot of adults are not thinking. That's the truth. The few that are thinking are the one ruling the rest of us in whatever field that we are in. A lot of adults just do what majority are doing. You cannot do what majority are doing and be exceptional. Make your children do critical thinking. Let them engage in things that will grow their mind. Then encourage curiosity. When children get born, they do a lot of questioning. They ask a lot of why. But we adults have a way of shutting them up. We adults have a way of shutting them up. Encourage your children to ask you questions. If you don't know the question, give it back to them as a research. because I am very good to tell my children, I am your daddy doesn't mean I know everything. This one, we will research it. It will be our conversation tomorrow. At the end, everybody knows. Next slide, please. Let's run faster. My time is running out. So digital parenting teaching model. Parent provides, teachers instruct, the child receives. Parent guide digital life with wisdom and protection. Teacher develop digital intelligence and critical thinking, and the child learns, creates, and navigates responsibly. Next slide. What children need from adults. They don't need so much. They just need your guide. You protect them from risk, mentor them positively, foster creation. Next slide. Don't worry. I don't know whether we have, okay, we registered online. Actually, they registered online. So if you are magnanimous enough, you can give them the slide. If it's magnanimous enough, I used to sell my slide. I'm a business person. When I'm done, I'll give you a link where you can download the slide 5K. Poor people don't buy such things. No problem. But those that appreciate the value of knowledge, they will download it and pay. Signs the child need guidance. Sudden secrecy, your child begins to isolate from the family and friends, emotional reactions after being online, excessive screen dependency. They are feeling like they are jonesing. When you take away the screen from them, it means they need guidance. Interaction with unknown contacts. Next slide. Together we can yes, by combining parents' hearts, the teacher's mind, we can help our children. We learn together, we communicate openly and act now. I think we can wrap it up there. We don't want to receive so much of my time. Thank you very much for the privilege.
Did you enjoy that? All right, let's give them a trainer summit. With now, 1 to go. Oops, all for you, sir. Thank you so much. That was beautiful, right? Get digital. Say to your neighbor, get digital. So shine the light. Shine the light. Shine the light.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.